In the 1850s, the remote mountains of Galicia, Spain, were haunted by bandits, by wilderness, by poverty, and by superstition that grew wild in the isolation. And of course, by stories of werewolves. For years, locals whispered that a beast was snatching travelers and leaving nothing behind. But the truth was far more chilling than any legend. This is the story of Manuel Blanco Romasanta, Spain's first ever documented serial killer, and in the history of all criminal justice, the only man to ever confess in a court of law that he was a werewolf. But to understand the monster, you must first understand the man, and this is where the story's first tragic mystery begins. He was born in 1809 and registered at birth as Manuela Blanco, raised as a girl for his first 8 years until a doctor corrected the record. Modern experts speculate he may have had a rare intersex condition, a profound biological ambiguity that would have been seen as a curse in the 19th century. He was a person who belonged to neither world, living a life of confusion and social rejection long before the first drop of blood was ever spilled. As an adult, he was known as a man. He was literate, which was rare, and worked as a traveling salesman and a tailor. He was small, polite, and seen as gentle. This gentle demeanor earned him the trust of villagers all over the region. He was especially helpful to women who were traveling alone, offering to be their guide through the dangerous mountain passes. It was a trust he would exploit, to become a monster. Then the disappearances began. A mother and her son, a young woman, a child, all last seen in the company of the polite tailor, Manuel Romasanta. But Romasanta was not just a killer, he was a harvester. When he was finally arrested in 1852, the true horror of his crimes was revealed. He confessed to 9 murders, though he was accused of 13. But he also confessed to processing the bodies. He admitted in his official complaint to butchering his victims, harvesting their body fat, and rendering it down. He would then sell the rendered human tallow as high-quality soap or grease to unsuspecting villagers. This is what earned him his most ghoulish nickname, the Tallow Man. His crimes were not just of passion, they were a business. His trial was a media sensation. The evidence was overwhelming. He was a dead man. And then he gave his defense, a defense that has echoed through history. Romasanta stood before the court and confessed to everything, but he claimed he was not guilty. He said he was afflicted with a curse. He gave a chilling first-person account. He claimed that in the mountains he would fall to the ground, his body would twist and convulse, and he would transform into a ferocious werewolf. But this is the detail that is almost always overlooked. He claimed he didn't hunt alone. He told the court he marauded with 2 real wolves who, he said, would later change back into Portuguese men. He was part of a werewolf pack. Was this the elaborate fantasy of a madman, or a desperate, brilliant lie to escape the death penalty? The defense was so bizarre and so compelling that the local court was terrified. They didn't know what to do. The case went all the way to the highest authority in the land, Queen Isabella II. The Queen was fascinated. Was this true lycanthropy? A medical anomaly? She personally commuted his death sentence to life imprisonment for one reason, so that doctors could study him. He was sent to Selanova prison, where he became a living experiment, a man trapped between his crimes and his curse. He died in prison in 1863, most likely from stomach cancer, though some sources speculate tuberculosis or another illness. He never recanted his story. He maintained he was a werewolf until his final breath. So, who was Manuel Blanco Romasanta? A cold, calculating tallow man who preyed on the innocent. A tragic intersex person driven to violence by a lifetime of confusion and rejection. Or, as he claimed, the last true werewolf of Allariz. His case remains the only official legal trial for lycanthropy in Spanish history. A perfect chilling case for a mysteriophile. If this mystery chilled you to the bone, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the unknown. Until next time, stay creepy, Mysteriophiles.